We are back again. Let's do that. Come to the purple couch. Yes, it's time that we are speaking from the purple couch, and we want you to be there or be square. Yes, be here or be square. So now, how to interpret a dream. Okay, this is another type of dream that I have interpreted. I share with you the dream about me personally and my job. I share with you a dream about someone else and an event in their life. Now I'm going to share with you it's another dream that I had regarding someone else. And this was a business partner. So let me give you some backstory. So I had started a business with a wonderful woman, and we were in a location in Maryland. And actually, the location was purchased by her husband. We had actually been looking at some buildings in the DC area, but he felt that where we were looking would be a little sketchy. So he actually took over the place that we actually was looking at in DC and suggested that we move into the building in Maryland for safety reasons. So we did, and we had a good run as far as the business. But then I knew at some point that we were going to have to probably dissolve the business. And I was given a message for her, and I had to write it down because sometimes I get these messages and I write these letters from God. These are Dear Jane from God. And half the time I do not know. I'm just a scribe. And a lot of the things that are in the letter, they have never shared with me. And they always come back to me and say, well, you didn't know this. I've never shared this with you. And so on and so forth. So she did receive one of those Dear Jane letters. But also, the building, I had a dream that the front of the building had changed. The porch had changed. And originally, when we were there together, the building porch was very small. It was just like maybe 5 steps up. It was a railing, 5 steps up, and just a little landing. And, then you go into the building. I mean, the landing wasn't even big enough for, I would say, a chair. Not even a chair would, one chair would comfortably sit there. It would totally be in the way. And I mean, literally, the landing was like a square. So, like I said, you had like 5 steps, maybe 6 steps that went up the railing, and you had the little square landing and the door you go in. But what I saw in the dream was a longer porch. I saw that the porch was extended. It was longer. It only had maybe like 3 steps at the end when you come up, and then it was long. You could walk a ways to get to the door. And it had a like a little porch versus just the landing, the 5 steps, 6 steps, and the landing. And so I kept having this dream, and I'm like, why am I having this dream? I mean, there's already a front to the building. There's no need for it to change. I'm not understanding why I'm having this dream where the front entrance has changed to like a porch instead of, the steps and the square landing. So, I kept having a dream. So finally one day I just shared it with her. And so she was in it full time. And I kind of said, I don't know. I'm just having this dream that I keep seeing the front of the building change. I see a porch versus just the steps and the square landing. So she was like, wow, that's interesting. And so kind of left it at that. Didn't really think no more of it. I don't know. I'm just seeing this. So what happens is that I'm going to say maybe 3 weeks after I shared that, I get a call. She says, you must come by the building. I'm like, okay, what's going on? She said, I just need you to come by the building. You have to come by the building. So I said, okay, I'll be there in maybe 30, 45 minutes. So I'm driving, I'm trying to figure out why it's like an urgency. I mean, what can I do if something has happened to the building? I'm not sure, what the issue is or what's going on. So I come to the building and drive into the parking lot. And what do I see? The front has been changed. It is exactly how I described it. It is a porch. It is the three steps, and then it's a long porch before you enter into the building. So I'm like, now did she share this with her husband and he just decided to change it? I didn't understand. So she comes out and she says, let me explain this to you. She said, last week I walked up the steps and I fell through the landing, the little square landing. It gave out. I thought that was cement. I don't know, but I thought it was cement. But she said she fell through. And so he had to rip that whole part out. And this is what he built. She did not contribute to how it should be built, what should be built, whether it should be a porch, whether it should be what he just replaced what was destroyed and make it the same way. She had not contributed to it in any way. She had not shared with him the dream I had. So now I'm realizing I had foreseen what was going to happen, that the porch was going to change. I didn't know how or why because there was no reason at the time that I had the dream. There was no reason to do any renovations or change it. It was fine. But she fell through it. And when he just ripped the rest of it off, he decided he was just going to make a longer porch. Now, again, I sat there because after she shared that with me, I was like, wow, I gave her a hug. Oh, wow. And I sat in the car and just stared at the building and the porch. I'm like, what in the world? I actually saw this like 3 weeks ago. And she didn't even tell me that she had fell through the porch. She didn't even tell me, you know, she when and he got it up and ready and fixed within a week. But she had to go through the back to get in until that was fixed, but did not have a clue that what I was dreaming was something that was going to come to pass. And I'm talking about how I described it to a T was how it was. It was wood, it was a porch where you can put even maybe two chairs and it would not obstruct you from walking and entering into the building. So you can have even dreams of the future, and sometimes it may not even be your future. But you can have dreams that could be your future as well. But that was something that some people say, part of the prophecy. I don't know. But what I can say, it was a dream that was foretelling that something was going to change. And it did. Thank God she was not hurt. She was not hurt when she fell through. And that was by the grace of God, because she said she just dropped through and had to kind of like crawl out, you know, push herself up to get out. The steps didn't fail, but just that square landing. And he ripped it out and made it a porch. So you can have dreams, and sometimes you're not understanding why or what it means. But like I said before, it will be revealed one way or the other with confirmation that it just wasn't a dream of a dream just to be having a dream. It had some meaning. It was purposeful. It was foretelling, and it became reality. So when you have those type of dreams, again, it could be that you do have the gift. Like I said, I believe I do have a gift. And I didn't ask for it, I didn't seek it. But I also believe there's many who have the same ability. And again, you just have to accept that gift, because a lot of times I just wanted to go against it and be like, I don't want to dream no more. And then sometimes I would tell my friends certain things and it would come to pass and it would come back to me, and they would be like, if you ever dream about me, you need to let me know. And I have in many instances, but the part one, two, and three, those are just some of the ones that I wanted to share that gives you different scenarios. And I'm hoping that you will embrace the gift that you may have, because it's all good. And yeah, maybe sometimes the dream may not be what we think is good, but then a lot of times it works out for the good. So again, if you are having a recurring dream, you're kind of stuck, you're not certain what it means, you're looking for some type of meaning or want to confirm maybe, yes, I do have the gift, then I am more than happy to talk with you so that we can work together in getting some clarification. Again, you can email me at CHILLS as in Sam, HLL at AOL.com. My IG is at CHILLSHLL. My website is ceciles.biz. That's CECILES dot B as in boy, I, Z as in zebra. And I would be happy if you would like, share, and subscribe, because there are going to be many more intriguing videos where we're going to share as we are speaking from the purple couch. There's so many things we're going to talk about, and we want you to be a part of it. So I'm asking you to share, like, and subscribe. Feel free to contact me if you are in need of assistance in interpreting a dream, or you just want to share and we can compare notes to see, you may have a gift. So, as always, be blessed and make sure that you share love and that you are a light. God's blessings.